Coast FM 963, you're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. Angus Hammer with you as always on a beautiful, cool autumn's evening, the 13th of May 2020, Raw. Now tonight is a very special occasion indeed, because tonight, for the first time in Raw's history, we are going 100% global. There is not a single segment on tonight's show that originates not only in the Central Coast, but in Australia at all. You might know our resident blind go-getter Stephen Wheatley for his numerous appearances on the show doing a variety of different things. Most recently, myself, Brando Macmillan and James O'Brien got the chance to join Steve down at Asquith to try the accessible sport of goalball for the first time. Now, Steve is a representative for the New South Wales goalball team, and he's looking to hopefully make the national team one day as well. In case you missed that episode and don't know what goalball is, I'll give you a quick little rundown of the rules to start things off tonight. Basically, if you can picture a basketball court with a soccer net at either end, there are two teams of three who take the court. Both teams are wearing blindfolds and also elbow pads and knee pads, and they play with a heavy plastic basketball filled with bells or ball bearings that make noise. Now, both teams are completely blind. The only thing they have to go off in this game is sound. One team has the ball at one end of the court and rolls the ball down to the other end of the court, trying to get it past the defenders on the other team and into the goal. The defenders position themselves in a way that allows them to block the ball as they hear it coming towards them. If they are successful and they block the ball and are able to grab it, it's their turn to roll it down the other end of the court. If they deflect it out of bounds, they also get the chance to have a roll. And if the other team doesn't throw the ball on target and it goes out of bounds, the defending team also gets a chance to roll as well. Now, Stephen Wheatley on tonight's show is going international with his goalball prowess, as he's going to be joined on the line by the Ontario Junior Goalball teams all the way from Canada. Later on in the show, the boys team will be joining Steve to give their perspective on what it's like playing goalball. But first, on the line this evening, Steve's going to be joined by the girls team and also their coach.
Youth Disability Radio.
Coast FM 963, you're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. Steve here with you. Now, a very special episode tonight, Raw listeners. A very special guest is joining me on the line right now of another team of champions all the way from Toronto in Canada. It's the Ontario Canadian Junior Goalball team. Thanks for joining us on the show. I know it's been a bit of a big day with training and whatnot. So, usually like to learn a bit about everybody's different disabilities here on the show, girls. So, how many of you on the team have a bit of vision and how many have no vision?
My name is Sadie, and I also have low vision.
My name is Lily King. I have no vision at all, except for light perception.
Have you girls been playing goalball for a long period of time? Have you been playing for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years?
My name's Elena. I've been playing goalball for around 7, but more professionally for 3 years. 3 of the girls attend a school for the visually impaired in Brantford, Ontario. So we incorporate goalball into their phys ed classes in elementary school. So they're exposed to it at an earlier age.
Did you know about goalball before you went to school? Did you maybe watch the last Olympics and maybe get a bit of inspiration from that?
This is just for me, but at my old school, I knew about it. Just knew it was a sport for the blind. But then when I attended my current school, the one for the blind in Brantford, that's when I fully started getting into it.
Oh, that's great. So is there another junior team that you also train with? Is there a few men's and women's teams?
For this tournament this weekend, we have 1 women's team and 1 men's student team. The girls are 14, 15. The boys are from 14 to 19.
So what's the name of your team there?
Team Ontario for this weekend.
So you guys are going to your national championships. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Is there any particular team that you would like to play if you can make the final?
Alberta. I know a couple players there, so we'd like to beat them.
A couple players on the Alberta team, nothing like a bit of friendly rivalry?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure absolutely getting to chat to you and find out a bit about your upcoming championships. So One last question before I go. Do you guys have a favourite song that you would like us to play on the show?
Any Taylor Swift songs?
Any Taylor Swift song? Done. Girls, I wish you all the best in your championships, and who knows, I hopefully maybe get to see you maybe for the Olympics here in Brisbane in 2032 maybe.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
You're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. I'm Steve. I've been chatting with the champion Ontario Junior Goalball team. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
It was such a pleasure.
That's okay. It's been a great experience for me too.
This is Raw with Angus Hamill.
Very nicely done, Steve, on that first segment right there. History in the making on Raw Youth Disability Radio. As Stephen Wheatley was being joined on the line right there, all the way from Toronto, Canada, by the Ontario Junior Women's Goalball team and their coach as well, giving us some fantastic insight into the amazing accessible sport of goalball. Now it's time for us to take a quick break, but in a few minutes' time, Steve's going to be continuing his chat with Jen and the gals all about playing goalball.
Youth Disability Radio.
Coast FM 963, you're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. Before the break, I was having a chat to Coach Stephanie and some of the team who are getting ready to go to their national championships for goalball. Joining me on the line right now is Coach Jennifer and some of their team. Coach Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. So who do you have with you here today?
Lily.
Elena. Yehudi.
Well, welcome to the show, guys. It's great to have you. Now, a question usually asks a lot of our guests here on the show. So, how many of you have a little bit of vision and how many of you have no vision at all?
I have no vision at all except for light perception.
I have pretty good vision.
I have okay vision.
Well, that's pretty good, guys. And so tell me, how many of you have been playing goalball for a long time and how many of you been playing goalball for only a little bit of time?
I've only been playing goalball for about 2 years.
2 years?
I've been playing goalball for a while.
Oh, okay. How?
Playing for about 3 years.
3 years, 3 years, 2 years and a while. Well, that's very interesting, guys. That's great to hear. So what got you guys into goalball? Like, did you learn it at school? Did you just learn about it through friends? How did you get involved?
I came to the School for the Blind in Brantford, and I learned it there.
I've known about it like before I went to school here, which was like around 3 or 4 years ago. But ever since I came here, I've gotten to know more about the sport, and I've just, I've loved it, and I've played it ever since.
That's great to hear.
My mom tried to get me into it when I was really young, but I didn't like it. And then when I came to school here, I started playing it for real.
So do you guys all play on the same team together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have any other players as well that play with you guys?
Oh, we have one more. She's not with us right now.
That's okay. I'm sure we can maybe organise a chat later on with Coach Jennifer. So what's next for you guys? Do you have any exciting competitions coming up?
We just finished, when you were talking to them, we just finished Junior Nationals in Calgary, and they can tell you about that.
Oh, I'm very excited. How did you do, guys, in Calgary?
We won silver. It was amazing, and it was so much fun.
Well, that's pretty good to get a silver medal, guys.
We got to play against some people we knew and try to beat them.
It's always good when you can have a bit of a competition and play against some of your other friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll ask you this, Coach Jennifer. So what's next for the team?
So we'll continue training, and then next year they have World Youths to look forward to. So World Youths will be in 2025. So we'll keep practicing, and then they'll have Junior Nationals, and hopefully they can work towards going to World Youths. And then there will be some fun tournaments in between, but I think that will be their main goal.
Well, that sounds like some great goals, guys. And I guess probably my last question would be, who would you like to play against? Would you maybe like to play against the USA, or would you maybe like to play against Australia, so you could then maybe say, oh, we know one of the players on the Australian team because he was chatting to us on Raw Youth Disability Radio?
I think Australia.
Yeah, I would love to play against Australia.
Yes, no, I think it would be great because I would be able to definitely say to my teammates too, oh yes, I know a lot of those players on the team over there from Canada. Okay, guys, well, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to chat to you on this show. One last final question. Do you have any song requests you would like us to play on the show tonight?
Sadie's not here, so maybe another Taylor Swift song. Oh my God. Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift.
She does. We're just like neutral.
It's funny because these girls sing when they practice. So
I'm really the one who sings.
You sing like all the time.
I sing all the time, and it's mainly opera, and it's weird.
Would you be the best singer out of the group? Yep, that confirms it. Well, guys, it's been an absolute amazing experience getting to chat to you and finding out a bit more about the team here on the show. Best of luck for the upcoming competition.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. Back to you, Angus.
Youth Disability Radio on Coast FM.
Oh, thanks very much, Steve. And thanks very much again, all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, to the Ontario Junior Women's Goalball team, joining Steve on the line right there to tell us all about what life is like living with visual impairments, how much vision they have exactly, and all about playing the wonderful, accessible sport of goalball as well. Thanks so much, girls, for the insight. It really is fascinating to hear all about how you guys play this sport and just how much you enjoy it as well, and the friendly rivalry you have with the other provinces over there, especially Alberta, and talking about beating them. Like, it's just like here with New South Wales versus Queensland especially, so that's pretty cool to hear that even though we're on the other side of the world from each other, when it comes to sporting rivalries with your neighbouring states or provinces, we're very much the same in that case. Now, coming up, Steve's going to be joined on the line finally by the boys Ontario goalball team.
Coast FM's Raw Youth Disability Radio.
Coast FM 963. You're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. Steve here with you, and yes, I have taken over as host for the show. Well, I'm very excited to say that before the break, we were joined all the way from Ontario, Toronto in Canada by the women's junior goalball team, and now we're being joined live on the line by the boys team. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so guys, tell us your names and how much vision you have.
Yeah, so I'm Harry, and I have about 5 to 10% vision.
I'm Trayshawn, and I have about 30% of my vision.
I'm Sam, and I have about 15% of my vision. I'm Hayden, and I have about 25% of my vision.
Well, that's great to hear, guys. I'll actually let you know. So I've been playing goalball myself now for 2 years here in New South Wales, and I have 2% vision. So I do have quite a good amount of vision for a person who is legally blind. And I think that's the thing I love about when I first got involved with goalball, was because it's such a sport that people with vision and people without vision can play.
Mm-hmm. It's fantastic for that reason. And I don't know, it's such a great and supporting community around it that makes it great as well.
Definitely a loving sporting family. And so how long have you guys been playing goalball for?
I've been playing for 7 years. I've been playing for about 3 years.
I've been playing for 6 years.
I've been playing for 5 years.
Oh, wow. So you guys have quite a bit of experience.
Yeah, sure.
And so how did you get involved with goalball team? Did you get involved through school? Did you maybe get inspired through watching the last Paralympics?
I started because I was at a CNIB camp, and they just showed us what goalball was, and I just kept on playing.
Ah, okay. And so how many are on the team now?
Oh, there's 4 of us on Team Ontario.
Okay, and so is that all of the team at the moment?
I think so, yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, that's great. Well, that's actually amazing. We were talking to the girls earlier, and they were telling us about their upcoming national championships. So I guess I'll ask you the same question. How are you guys feeling about nationals, and how's training been going? Do you feel nice and ready?
Yeah, training for me personally has been going pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident going into it. We're currently at junior nationals right now, but
we just played some games today.
Yeah, and we have senior nationals coming up in a couple of weeks in Halifax.
Well, we're about to start selections for our national team here in New South Wales. We're about probably at the quarter mark of the start of the new season here in New South Wales, and we probably have about, I would say probably about 6 maybe in total of our junior team at the moment. So after you make the nationals, what's the dream goal? Would you like to be part of the next Olympics?
Junior nationals in 2025 would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so I personally already made Team Canada, so that's already been kind of checked off for me, but I'm looking forward to Junior Worlds in 2025.
Oh, so you already have a little bit of international experience.
I haven't quite played international yet, but I've been selected for the pool.
So I guess if you maybe were to make maybe the next Olympics, let's just say if it was being held tomorrow, is there anybody you would like to play? Would you maybe like to play the USA, or maybe would you like to play the Australian team, so that way you can go, oh, I know the guy on the Australian team because he's from Coast FM. We were having a chat to him.
Personally, I'd like to play either the U.S. or Brazil, because currently they're the top-ranked goalball country in the world.
Definitely are a strong team. The Brazilian team, that was probably the first goalball game I watched, was the Japanese team versus the Brazil team.
Okay, nice.
It was. I really didn't know very much about goalball, and ever since I've been involved in it, it's been very different, even when I've taken the radio team to when we had the start of the launch of the new season. They didn't even know how much was involved and how physical it can be too. So it definitely is something that I would encourage to other people to get involved. But for any people listening right now who may be also there in Toronto, is there any advice that you can give them if they've maybe thought, I might like to give this a try?
You kind of just have to go for it. It's definitely daunting at first to put the eye shades on, but I find personally I adjusted pretty quickly.
Yeah, I would say go for it. Embrace the sport with and try to learn whatever you can about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good coaches too, so you'll be able to learn fast.
Well, that sounds absolutely amazing, guys. One last question before I leave you guys, because I know it's definitely been a long day and you've probably had a very big training session. Do you have a song request you would like for us to play on the show?
Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean.
We can definitely get that ready for you guys. That's not a problem at all. Guys, good luck in your Nationals Championship, and I hope to see you maybe for the 2032 maybe Olympics in Brisbane.
Thank you.
It's good. Thank you.
You're on Raw Youth Disability Radio. I'm going to send it back now to my good friend Angus to get that song ready. Back to you, Angus.
This is Raw with Angus Hamill.
Wonderfully done once again, Steve. Stephen Wheatley there, being joined on the line all the way from Ontario, Canada, by the Ontario Junior Boys Goalball team out there as they were getting ready to head off to their Nationals tournament taking place in Halifax, Nova Scotia, I love the way that they say they've been playing for a boot like 4 or 5 years as well. That's my favourite thing. That's how you can tell they're from Canada, with the a boot in their accent. Thanks very much, guys. Super cool that one of them also has been selected for the men's national team as well. Maybe we'll see him in action in Paris 2024. And if you'd like to find out more information about goalball, you can head to our Facebook page. Just search up Coast FM 963. Scroll down till you see the promo post for tonight's episode of Raw. It's a video put together right here in Coast FM before we went on air by Stephen Wheatley in the flesh. There is a link on there to the Canadian Blind Sports Facebook page, and if you want to find out more details about goalball closer to home, there's a link on there to the Goalball New South Wales page as well. Thanks very much, guys, and thanks very much, girls, earlier.